hardcore garage. Glad you guys could take a minute to hang out, listen to me ramble. Just thinking about my 89, it's in the shop, S10, if you haven't heard. All the different things that it's been through. It's the only truck that I bought new right off the lot. Well, up until 2007. I got it because I wrecked the McLaren going to college, Dayton, Ohio. And it went through all kinds of changes throughout the years. And I'm trying to recreate that late phase that it went through before I took it apart. 94, 95, 93, right in through there. I want everything to be just from that time period. I really like the look of the fat wheels and all that good stuff on those old trucks. The 15 by 10s was really like kind of the peak of mini trucking for me that I can remember from back then. We were stretching 195s, 205s on 15 by 10s, poking them out the side. You can see the rim lips from a straight on view of the truck or whatever. It was pretty intense. Ground effects, hydraulics. There was no air ride really back then. Some people had, air shocks. I don't remember anyone having an onboard compressor at that point, or even, a tank or anything like that. It was, you go fill it up at the gas station or at your home compressor to go for a ride. And you got wherever you was going, you dropped it down, found a gas station on the way home and bumped it back up. But this thing right here, the truck bed couch that's behind me, is kind of part of my 89 S10. The paint is really, really close to the same color. This actual Stillen 3-piece ground effect rear valance was off of my 89. It's been shortened to fit this. It was already made into one piece. The truck just, it means so much to me. It's been so many places. Tennessee, Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, to the Mini Truck Nationals there. Drove it to Texas, Radical Madness Tour 90, 91, whatever year that was. It survived some crazy storms in Texas that year. Thankful to another couple of vehicles that took the hit when a fence got picked up and slammed on their hoods, and mine was just back far enough to where it didn't get hit at all. Saw hydraulics for the first time that year in an underground parking garage that they had opened for us to take shelter in. It's pretty amazing seeing these sparks shoot out and these vehicles jump around as they're working on it. I was hooked when I seen that stuff for sure. Come back to Ohio from Texas. I was in Wichita, Kansas for a little while. Seeing the mini truck scene grow out there was just pretty wild, man. There was actually dealerships, Buzz Post in Fort Worth, I think, had one. I know there was one in Abilene, and you could pretty much go in and get it. It was just in the Isuzu though, and you could get it any way that you wanted financed. I mean, like any way, hydraulics, booming stereo, tilt bed, whatever you wanted, financed in on your main price. They would have it ready to go. So, mini trucks, especially Isuzus that were decked out, were everywhere at that time. There was lots of cruising going on. And that's where our car club name Ecstasy originally came from, and they had brought it from California, Ecstasy Minis. We did some tweaking on it once we got a hold of it. We had a lot of friends here that were into custom cars in general. First, I think we went to Ecstasy Lowriders, kind of broadened it out. I know people don't like that term, except for if it's got wires and juice, but that really wasn't what it was about us. Lowriders meant any kind of vehicle, regardless, as long as it was low. So we had Cutlasses and not on wires, CRXs with the roofs cut off and slammed, and just all kinds of strange things. A Cavalier wagon with the windows shaved in it. Just anybody fit under that term lowrider as long as they were lowered when it came to our club. And then later on, we actually had a 4-wheel drive come in that was really, really nice. We tilt bedded it, and he was our club mascot for the longest time, and then we just decided that we probably ought to just broaden our name back out, and we became XZ Customs. That way we still allowed cars and all that in there. But our car club kind of helped build on, you know, different aspects. There was always somebody that knew how to weld, somebody that knew how to do wiring, somebody knew how hydraulics, stereos, and you just helped each other all the time. We built each other's trucks in my backyard, my garage, other people's backyards, their garages. You know, work all night long on that stuff. Of course, we're late teens, early 20s, you know, at this time. Somewhere along the line, you know, I opened up my own business that was customizing vehicles, and the McLaren, I don't know if I've showed you guys that or not or whatever, it kind of had my eye. My parents owned it and I wanted it really bad. MTV cribs and pimp this and that and whatever it was, my mind was not focused on mini trucks, you know, necessarily at the time, or even S10s really back then. So I kind of, once the truck got damaged in a hydraulic competition, or demo rather, really wasn't even that bad. It just kind of got pushed off to the side and slowly taken apart little by little. After that, I just focused on different things, and you know, I always had these different, I was constantly having a different plan. I wanted it orange, I wanted it to look like a 56 Buick wagon, and you know, different things. And 25 years later or whatever it's been, you know, I'm like, it just needs to come back fairly similar to the way that it was before. A couple little tweaks, you got to have them updates. Can't make it exactly because it isn't. It hasn't been parked. If it had been parked and not touched, I probably wouldn't touch it at all. You know, tighten everything up, make it not leak and everything. But it needs some tweaks, and it's in good hands right now, getting those tweaks, and it's going to be exciting to see the build of it. Much less to get it out that first time and see what people's reactions are to a mini truck built in 2020, basically, is what the year that I'm hoping that it will be out. And with the style from almost it will seem like a century. So it'll be really interesting, and I think you guys will like it. I'm not going to share any pictures of it online as far as full pictures now. That there's certain things done to it that I don't want people to see until it's done. That's really the only way you can have one-of-a-kind, or even close to one-of-a-kind things nowadays. There's just so many things that have been done to S10s and vehicles in general. It's hard to find something that hasn't been done. So I'm excited, very, very excited. I want you guys to check out the backdrop and take a look at it really, really close. I'll show you a close-up view of this, and anytime that I add some things in here, not change the arrangements, but add a new item, sticker, whatever, if you guys notice that, first person to comment what the change was, I'll send them a free hardcore S10 sticker. If you're into S10s, that's all I got right now. Maybe one of these days we'll make some hardcore garage swag, but this was basically a way to promote our hardcore S10 group and page online. So if you see something, you know to post. I appreciate you guys, you know, joining, subscribing, liking the page, sharing. Anything that you do to help promote this is, you know, going to be gratefully, well, you know what I'm trying to say. I will thank you greatly. How about that? Y'all take it easy. You know what's up. Keep on trucking.